So guys, hopefully you should be live now. So just taking a look at OBS now. Looks like everything's all right. So no drop frames, everything is all good, and we are back onto OBS. So from the looks of things, everything is hunky-dory, Dr. Steve. So I'm just going to go over to this A point here, see if we can follow some of the action around here. Spinoz takes down Alex there on the Emph side, but at the moment it looks like Oz are doing a pretty good job at holding this A point. The only point that they're holding at the moment, so their ticket bleed really is chewing into their tickets. 112 reads 374 at the moment, so not too good for them, but definitely shows how good of a job Emph is doing. It seems like they've managed to hold this this C and B point for the majority of the game, Dr. Steve.
Yeah, they have. They've done a great job in the water and on the mainland, and even point where the little skirmishes, the little pushes they've made on A have made it really hard for Oz to make a push out to get themselves away from that point. Mine placement's also been key, laying those mines wherever they need to be on those roads, making access to C point next to impossible, and they've also been maintaining a fair level of air superiority, although we are seeing now Gus Rules making the push out with the little bird. It looks like he got one kill before he just went down from Alfie with the RPG. Slayer with a double kill as well. Ace 52 on Sean's Maggot and Entice. So great stuff from both of these teams at the moment, but Emph really showing their power. 370 tickets to 77 tickets. Massive stuff there, Gadget.
Yeah, doing work here, and I'm just following Source here in his APC. He's been cleaning up kills all around the place there, and he's probably going to pick up another one here. Oh, nice darting behind cover there by one of the Oz guys, and we can see Source as soon as he takes a rocket, just retreats, pops that active protection, doesn't want to take too much damage, although now we've got the APC up for camouflage on the Oz side, although he just gets knocked down to 2 health. I think that was a couple of mines there by the Emph guys. Lucky to be alive. 1 health, and that APC, yes it is, it's going to explode there, and he gets cleaned up himself by by Source in fact, and Source's APC, so didn't even get a shot off before he dropped there. That is not good news at all for Oz, although at the moment they've got some ground troops making the push into this C flag here, and that's Gus Rules taking out Sparky on the top level there with a nice RPG onto the top of that APC as well. So this flag is being capped out now. We're having some spawns, and that disable comes out on the APC. That could be key if they manage to get this APC down of Emph's. Then there we are, we've got it. Source goes down to Gus Rules, and this could be a bit of a turning point here in the match, Dr. Steve.
Yeah, this is what Oz needed. It is a little bit late. They've only got 30 tickets on their side, but they need to chew up as many tickets as they can to have a chance in the second round. So they do have 4 guys inside the building at the moment. Gus Rules is there, NV is there, Potato Man is there. So these guys are getting themselves in amongst the action. Gus Rules has just gone down to Sean's Maggot with the AK-5C, and looks like they're going to have a hard struggle. NV is hiding at the back underneath one of the counters at the moment. He's getting some shots poured on him, and Sparky takes him down with the Ace 23. A couple more guys have now spawned in for Oz. Veeks is there, Gus Rules is back, and Potato Man's there as well. Sparky from Emph, double kill. Ace 23, Envy and Meeks both going down. Massive stuff from these Emph guys, just cleaning them all up on that C point there, Gadget.
Yeah, going huge there, and there we are. The round has ended 361-0 Emph. What a showing from them in this first round. Some of the predictions in the thread that I was just reading saying, yeah, maybe Emph 50, maybe 100 points to them, and them taking the game. But if that round's anything to go by, Dr. Steve, we might be seeing a very short game here for this round 3 of the Mwave 10v10 Cup. But what do you think that the Oz guys needed to change, or will need to change, going into this second map here to even just remain relevant in the match?
I think they just need to harder, as at the moment they were tiptoeing around their pushes. They weren't strong enough. They need to get in there early and need to do it fast. We were saying the other night that the map is a little bit China-centric, because you do have the ability to put the little bird and your armor pieces behind those bigger buildings. So hopefully the guys from Oz next round on the Chinese side will have a bit of a chance. We'll have the ability to use those bigger buildings to their advantage. But yeah, with that sort of margin, it's going to be hard for them to come back now.
Yeah, that's right. And I talked about a turning point, of course, just before I read the ticket score, and I think that was more of a 360, yeah, more of a 360-degree turning point. They just kind of had a glimmer of hope, and it was right back over to Emph's favour. So right here, we're going to be seeing if Oz can pull off anything better now that we've got the side swap. And I'm going to be rolling out on the red side, of course, Oz on the Chinese side. See if they can claw a few tickets back in this round, or maybe on this side they might might be able to pull something out here. But I think, Dr. Steve, I'll agree with you. It's going to be a little bit hard for them to get a 360 ticket win in this second half.
Yeah, those are big numbers when we're talking about starting on 400 apiece. We have had the rollout. Nice early push again from Emph Criminal, getting himself onto that B point. El Huno's in the boat as well, just circling the front. Spin is sitting back, already getting a shot on him. That's that Criminal launched from the island. And here we go. Boats go head to head. Spin, Oz, and El Huno fighting it out at the moment. Just going to see who's going to win that battle. And it looks like, again, El Huno from Emph winning that water battle. Slayer is in the Little Bird, coming down at the moment, pouring some fire, but not hitting his mark as his first strafe run on that boat goes awry, and his Little Bird is now down. Emph Source with the Stinger taking down himself and Dark Knight. So again, it's been a little bit of a catastrophic rollout from Oz. They've missed out on that B point. They've secured up the C point and are slowly pushing for A now, Gadget.
Yeah, it looks like it there. So we've got Source in his APC, just waiting until he gets that active protection back up before he goes for that next push. Although Oz, yeah, they're pushing pretty strongly onto the A side here. I'm going to be following Camouflage there. In fact, maybe I might even switch to Slayer, who's moving across on foot there, moving into that power station. But I think on his side he might have an Emph member who doesn't know he's there. He's going to climb up this roof here, and it doesn't look like we've got too much else happening. Some nice defense though from Emph, and there we are. Slayer gets onto the roof, takes out Zero, reloads his ace, going to go back up on there, but there we go, gets taken out by Camouflage there. Nice defense by him, and we just flicked over to Dark Knight, who got destroyed by Source. And let's take a look back over on this A point here. Go on!
Bad news, we have already gone past them. They have no return.
Oh, no.
So we'll see Emphatic take it out. But let's hope the guys from Oz can kick back and at least take out a round, as we do see the guys now having to scramble back onto their C point to re-secure that up. But I think Camouflage is going to have his work cut out from him, because he does have about 3 Emph guys up in the building at the moment. And it looks like Oz's push over onto A has been pretty much snuffed out. They do have a couple of guys still scrambling around in there, but they're being cleaned up as Jeeves takes down Veeks. Veeks did take, actually they traded both of those guys in there, but here we go, Little Bird is flying over there as well, and lots of kills happening around that A point. Yeah, Oz slowly re-securing that C, getting themselves A flag on the mainland.
Yeah, it looks like it there. So just following the C point action here, we've got a couple of members from Oz, and there we go. We just saw Entice with his Ace 21 take out Spin and Slayer there for a nice double kill. He's getting fired on by that APC of the Oz crew there. Camouflage is not quite going to be able to pick up the kill on him, so a nice bit of ducking behind cover there from the Emph crew. But Camouflage is taking a few RPGs. That C point is turning back into Oz's favour, but Emph, they haven't stopped the push here. They've still got a couple of members up in this building, so I'm going to see if I can follow one of them. We've got Spin there, actually takes out Kotimat. Kotik, I'm going to call him that for now, and Jeeves in there firing a few shots off, doesn't manage to get any kills. There we are, Spin taking out Jevsus instead. So right now it looks like this C point is firmly in Oz's hands, but too little too late, Dr. Steve.
Yes, they are also making a strong push over onto A as well, but it looks like that's been cleaned up. Alfie takes down Gus Rules, Kotik taking down NV. So those guys making the push over from Oz onto the A point have been snuffed out. Great defensive work from the guys from Emphatic, and they're also doing a great job on the water. Oh, it looks like they may have even got a boat steal or something close to a boat steal. No, Veeks took out the guy that was going for his steal on the boat, and it was also taken down El Huno. So Oz may have a chance chance in the water now, as it looks like Veeks and a mate of his, four guys now in the water. So they've committed half their team just about to re-securing that B point, or securing that up for the first time. A couple of guys have spawned up now, Criminal and El Huno on the mainland, on that B point land area. Criminal has just gone down to Veeks. Gus Thrills takes down El Huno. So we've got all of these guys now from Oz securing up that B point, and with nowhere to go because their boat is dead in the water. So those guys are going to just sit around there, and it looks like by capping up that B point, they've lost that advantage on the mainland. C is being now secured by Emphatic there, Gadget. Yeah,
it looks like it. So I'm going to head on over to C, see what's happening over here, and you're right, Emphatic is now capping this one out, and just taking a look, it looks like we've got the APC over here of Oz. That's Camouflage, I'm going to guess. Yes, it is. Just seeing if you can clear out a couple of members of the Emph guys from that seaside so that they can, make a push into it afterwards. But at the moment, not too much happening over on this side. We've got Emph just kind of maintaining that point in the buildings. Very hard for Camouflage in that APC to clear those ones out all by himself. So he's just going to have to wait there pretty much until some of his team comes to support him. In the meantime, though, Emph, Entice here in his APC is just cleaning up everyone. Look at that. He is doing pretty well today, 6 and 4. But all of the Emph guys, they've got some pretty good KDs across the board. And yeah, at the moment, 364 to 237. It feels like Oz doing a much better job this round. Potentially, it could be the Chinese side helping them out a little bit, Dr. Steve. But seem to have regrouped themselves a little bit. But it's still, not even looking good for them in this map.
No, they have done a marked better job, but I don't think it's going to be enough to win them the round, let alone the match. We have already seen that margin, 361 from the first round, go by the wayside, and that B point has just been re-secured up by the guys from Emphatic. Alfie was in there chasing Potato Man around and took him down with the AK5C. Great stuff there. Comrades managed to kill himself in amongst the action there. Not really sure how that went down, but that's not helping the score from Oz. Oz only holding on to the one flag, which is their C point. We do have Slayer back up in the Little Bird. Camouflage is sitting there in the APC. So these Oz guys have got all of their armor pieces in play, having a bit of a look around to see what they're able to do. We've also got Spin in the Jeep, making a little bit of a tender push around the outside, making his way around those mines, going through the ditches at the moment, through that channel, to make the push from the top side of A. But it looks like he's been spotted by Horse in the APC. Jumped out for a second to almost fire off a shot on Slayer, who just went down from Sean's Maggot Stigger. So these guys from Oz are now starting to make their way on foot along the top side of the map, making their way over to the A point to see whether they're able to get a cap down, but they have been spotted, and it looks like Emphatic is now responding there, Gadget.
Yeah, it looks like it. So, well, we've got about 4 members here of the Oz guys moving on towards that A point, but that's a nice roof defense, in fact. Sparky taking out Hardcore with his Ace 23 there, and we've got one member of Oz Spin there down on the ground floor, just kind of pushing into this site, but Emph, they're still situated pretty firmly up on that roof there, so it's going to be very hard for Oz to make this push stick from the looks of things. So just following up here on the roof, we've got Zero taking a little bit of fire from the other roof there, the other top of that building, but it doesn't look like Oz. Oh, actually, no. In fact, they're capping this one out, so they have managed to take out enough members of Emph to be able to secure this A point up. But for how long is anybody's guess, Mr. Dr. Steve?
That's it. They did lose C in that. We did also see them have a chance on the B point as the boat from Oz Spin managing to do a job and take out El Huno, but he's since gone down, and they've re-secured that B point, the guys from Emphatic. A point is now seemingly solidly held by the guys from Oz. They've done a great job, and they're also got still a couple of guys on that C point, but it looks like Emphatic may get the cap on that. Yes, they have just capped on C. Scorecard reads 351 to 170 in favour of Emphatic, so still leading the way, still going strong, and still with their hands on the B and C points. A is being held quite well by Oz at the moment, but I don't think Emph have got any interest on pushing them to that one too hard at this stage. They do have a couple of guys, Zero's in there, Jeevis is there, and also Sparky from Emphatic, so they may actually be able to get themselves another cap, go for a complete lockdown, mate.
Yeah, maybe Sparky there. He's doing a bit of work. We just saw Potato Man X as well being taken out by Dark Knight. So for now, this flag is kind of frozen here. But of course, with that APC there on the Emph side and Slayer getting taken down there by Sparky. Nice shooting there with the Ace 23, but this is not looking too good at all for Emph on this A point here. That flag is finally being capped up, and there we are. Camouflage actually gets taken out by Sparky. Sparky getting the revive on as well to his teammate, and this A point will be capped up very, very soon. Oh, nice pistoling there by Sparky onto Camouflage again. But there's action all around the place, although it looks like C has been capped up as well by Oz, Dr. Steve.
Yeah, they responded quite nicely, doing a 4-man, 5-man push onto that C point. It looks like it's only Kotick in there from Emphatic at the moment. He's sitting around in the medical centre at the moment, having a look. Veeks is on top of him at the moment on the roof, so we will see those guys drop down. Jeeves, it's a double kill, taking down Dark Knight and Slayer, and it looks like Kotick's taken down Gus Rules. Meeks just cleaned him up with the M416. So great stuff from Oz, doing the clean-up job over on that C point, so they're able to hold one flag. They were pushing a couple of guys. It looks like Slayer and Spin are now making their way on foot as single guys at the moment. Oh, Alfie with the Little Bird taking down Slayer, and it looks like we still have Jeeves up on foot at the moment, making a solo man push into A, which may actually go quite well for him because I don't see any defenders from Emphatic on that A point at the moment. So Jeeves, if he starts making his way to that A point, may have a chance to secure that one up. Actually, no, sorry, I'm calling the wrong guy. Yeah, no, the A point is undefended at the moment. So if this push from Dark Knight across the top track in the little Jeep at the moment goes well, the guys from Oz may have a chance to cap up that A point gadget.
Yeah, he's being chased by half of Emph, it seems like, right here, but he does manage to get himself into the building before that Little Bird. And I think the 3 other members of Emph can get in there, so he's going to get in there, get some spawns happening, but Emph, they're going to be following very, very closely behind, so it looks like KR there going to be walking into a trap. Those guys from Oz just mow him down, and this A flag is being capped out here by Oz, but we've got some nice resistance coming in. That was Jevsus taking out Slayer, in fact, with that Ace 52. But for now, looks like that A point is firmly in Oz's hands. Emph here, they're sending a Little Bird, a chopper, just into, say hi, see if they can clear out the point to, let some more infantry head in there, but it doesn't seem like it's working, Dr. Steve.
No, and one thing I've noticed is that the guys from Emphatic have been a lot harder on the Little Bird of Slayer. Alfie's had a little bit of a free run because there aren't that many guys from Oz carrying around the Stinger kit, and it looks like they may have actually got a chopper steal at this stage. It looks like they have managed to take off with Alfie's chopper that didn't explode when it hit the ground, so we may see that air superiority that I was just talking about by the wayside as a chopper has been stolen. Oh no!
Oh, there we go. Just gets taken out there on the top building of C, and they're not going to be too happy about that. They lasted a good 15 seconds in Alfie's old chopper before that one just exploded in a fire. So for now we are going to be seeing who's that? Comrade Oz getting taken out by Zero there with that AEK. But for now, looks like this flag is pretty firmly in Emph's hands. Although, looks like Oz sending some members up. Dark Knight there coming up the stairs. He's going to find Sean's Maggot, though, and trade 1-for-1 with the help of Emph's other guys helping out in that one. For now, though, this building, the other building here, we just saw Entice taking out Veeks from Oz. Although Camouflage here with his APC, he's able to kind of put a little bit of pressure on, though not enough to stop that one from being capped up. Back by Emph, Dr. Steve.
Yes, there's good stuff from them making the push in there and securing that up. 8 is where the guys from Oz are holding at the moment, but it looks like they've all just gone down. Alfie taking down Gus Rules, Potato Man to take down Entice, but looks like it wasn't enough because these guys from Emph are now securing up that A point quite quickly. Sparky's there, Alfie's there, Slayer is in there trying his best to hold on to what is his. Gus Rules is now streaming in through the door, as is NV. So these guys from Oz don't want to let this go, and they may have the numbers in there at the moment. Oh, big kills coming in there as Alfie took down Slayer, and Tice is still sitting around in there with a death on Spin Oz. So it looks like there may have been the APC making the push in there to support the emphatic guys. Source is there doing the business, as Entice is doing the circle strafe with the little bird, getting a couple of kills there. Potato Man and Veeks both going down. So great stuff there. Criminal takes down Slayer with the small as the round just ends out. 310 is the margin in the second round there, Gadget.
Yeah, 310 to 0. And, you know, it was interesting because at the beginning of that second round there, Dr. Steve, it seemed like, you know, they had a little bit more of a foothold. They didn't go down as fast, but after that, then it just seemed like Emph didn't lose any tickets for a good 10 minutes there and just whittled Oz down, kept those flags up, and yeah, went in for the very convincing win. We can see there on the scoreboard now, Entice was on 20 for 8. We've got 16 for 8 there on Jevsus there. So, you know, some really good performances all around on that Emph side. But, you know, like you said, Alfie in that little bird managed to stay out for a lot of both of those rounds, in fact, and did a really good job. So I think it was a good team effort there from Emph to take that one out in such a convincing fashion, Dr. Steve.
Yeah, 671, that's probably one of the biggest margins that we have seen in this round. Langkang can be quite brutal, and for Oz tonight, I think it was a bit hard on them seeing their performances from the other round. So hopefully it's just one of the maps that they don't like too much, and we will see them kick back on Zavod next week if they do get a run. If they're not having a bye, we will see them put on a stronger performance on something that's it's a bit more infantry-centric rather than this map on Langkang Dam, mate.
Yeah, that's right. So looking forward to this next week coming up, where we're going to be seeing lots of Zavod play from all of the teams there, and we'll have to wait and see if we can cover well, whichever the best games will be. This week we've covered some pretty, I think it's safe to say, one-sided games, but now that we're getting into the sort of heated end of the competition, and like you said, maybe some teams might be a little bit more familiar on maps like Zavod, a little bit more comfortable on them, then yeah, hopefully we can see some more great Battlefield 4 action.
I think in terms of the maps that are for flag, like Zavod and also Rogue Transmission, we do see them a little bit fairer, as you won't see the bleed having a big effect, and yeah, the matches will go longer, and specifically with Zavod, with the B and C flag points right in the middle. It's a bit of a meat grinder in there, so it's great to watch.
Yeah, absolutely, Dr. Steve. So, from the looks of things, do we have anyone? Maybe we can see if we can get someone into the studio, into the TeamSpeak. See if we can have a little chat with anyone. Just taking.
I don't think anyone's joined us.
Doesn't look
tonight.
like it.
No. But we will try and have a chat with guys in the future, so that after matches, if a couple of guys want to come in and have a bit of a yarn after the match, talk about their game and their feelings moving forward, we'll be able to chat with them and sort out some post-match interviews for the coming matches.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds good. But for now, thanks a lot, everyone, for watching and bearing with us while we had a couple of little technical issues. Glad that they were sorted out fairly quickly here. But yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in to x5LIVE on YouTube as well if you want to catch up with the VODs. They will be up as soon as I end this broadcast here. But for now, from GoGoGadget and Dr. Steve in the studio, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.